Well, good morning and happy Sunday to us on this Sunday, March the 12th. I have our astrology forecast and spiritual guidance going from today, Sunday, through St. Patty's Day on Friday, and then on to Saturday, March the 18th. So let's get started, folks. Well, the party is over. The last couple of weeks, we have been talking about the wonderful energy, the productive energy, sometimes working with others and sometimes working alone. But we've been able to make a lot of progress in whatever it is that we're working on if we have remained focused, conscious, and open. So hopefully we enjoyed those good vibes because for the rest of the month, guys, it's going to be a challenge. All the good stuff we're going to be tested on. So I am calling this week the dark side of Pisces. Pisces is such an incredible energy. It is the most potent energy of the entire zodiac because it's the end. It's the culmination of all the energies, okay, of the entire zodiac. The higher elevation of this energy is our spirituality. It's our connection to our higher self. It's our connection to the universe. This is Pisces in its highest form. This is what we are striving for. However, in its lowest form, the dark side of Pisces, this is what we are going to experience in this coming week. And we're going to have to make a choice daily, minute by minute, to choose to take the high road, the high spiritual Pisces energy, or to default into the lower Pisces energy of mistrust, of victimhood. Because this dark side of Pisces is also very potent. It's the energy of manipulation and control. It's the energy of lies and deceit. And folks, this is what we are going to be up against all week. Make sure that we understand that this energy is happening within us too. So we may think, well, I want to get from A to B and I can skip this step in the middle if I just tell this story. I just thought of something very interesting. This could be called the end justifies the means. So folks in our lives, maybe including us, are going to feel that, hey, the end's going to look like this. I can skip on being ethical and moral and doing things properly if I can get to this result in the end. That is the energy. That is the energy. And we can choose. We're going to have the opportunity all week long to choose to take the high road, to honor the other, but not to buy into the bullshit, to hold to our truth in a nice, sensitive way, if we can. It's going to be really tricky all week long. And don't forget, this could be happening within us too, taking the shortcut and not following the steps that are required. Be aware of this. It's going to be quite a challenge. And Pisces is a water sign. It's emotional. This is all happening in our emotions on the emotional level. And so many of us, most of us, are driven by our emotions. So it's going to be chock full of challenges this week ahead. I want to make sure that we are prepared. And because our Pisces affirmation is going to be so perfect, I am a spiritual being in a physical body, it's going to be to our great advantage to really focus and develop our spiritual relationship this week to help us rise above all this trauma, all this disease and confusion and manipulation, so that we can see the bigger picture. Great time this week to really make an effort, make a commitment to meditate every single day. And I always like to say, I like to say just 5 minutes. It's not that long. But in that 5 minutes, we can get touch with our soul, our higher self, our connection to the whole, our Pisces energy. So be using our meditation all week long to help us get through this very, very challenging emotional week. Now, that is not the only thing going on. I was talking a little bit last week. We do have a lot of planetary changes on Thursday. We have Venus going into Taurus. And then on Saturday, we have Mercury going into Aries. So not only are we experiencing this emotional challenge of being true to ourselves, honoring the other, being sensitive to the other, but not compromising ourselves. And we're all dealing with unresolved emotions and all our unresolved emotional traumas. Not only that, there's an energy shift. So we're feeling a little bit out of balance, a little cattywampus. I like to talk about Saturday and date night. And while we are so relieved that we made it through the week, we might not have a lot of energy to go out and get crazy on Saturday, whether we have a partner or not. So we might want to just, with that Taurus energy, a nice home-cooked meal, some candlelight, some binge-worthy TV watching. That is on the menu for Saturday night. And let me step back into Friday, St. Patty's Day. We'll all be out there drinking our green beer Friday night. And be careful, though. Be careful, be aware, be conscious. Our week will have drug us through the mud all week long. We feel battled and worn, and we're just exhausted. Very good possibility by the time Friday comes after we get through the week ahead. So we might choose to overindulge, to overcompensate. Just don't do that, because that will screw up our whole weekend, and take a bad week and screw up our whole weekend along with it. So on Friday night, if we're going out, just remember to be conscious and stay balanced, and everything will be okay. I also wanted to talk a little bit about, just a moment, because I talked about Venus and Mercury moving signs. Pluto next week is going to move for just a couple of months into Aquarius. Pluto is going to shake shit up like we've never seen it. It's going to move into Aquarius until the middle of June, but because it's retrograde, meaning it looks like it's going backwards in the sky, on June 15th, it slips back into Capricorn, where it will stay for the rest of the year. So we will have this little sampling coming up next week of Pluto moving into Aquarius, and fasten your seatbelts, buddy. The next couple of months is going to be a wild ride. So we're just getting started working with the energies of Pisces. We want to really be aware of this lower manifestation of this Pisces energy, so we know how to counteract it with the higher energy. Okay? So let's start the week ahead by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths, and we'll say our Sun in Pisces affirmation one more time. And we are going to need this affirmation to help us stay to the high road this week ahead and not allow ourselves to be drawn down into the emotional abyss of unresolved trauma of ourselves or anywhere else. That place is murky and nasty. We do not want to go there. All right, so let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from this physical etheric body. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral body. Third breath. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, negativity, all the nastiness, all the toxicity. It's all flowing away. We see it dark and murky, just flowing away, flowing out of our bodies. In its place, we see this beautiful white light coming in through the top of our head. It's filling our entire bodies with this white light, and I see golden triangles made up of light, love, and goodwill, just moving all around our bodies. Not only is it moving through our entire bodies, it's also protecting us, deflecting all evil, low vibration, all negativity back to its source. While we're in this space of white light, connected with our higher self, we are going to say our Sun in Pisces affirmation. I am a spiritual being in a physical body. My spirit illuminates my path. We'll say the affirmation together. We'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves. We're going to stay in this space again for 10 seconds to get a good feel for it, so we can get a feel of what we'd like to do daily in the week ahead. Let's say the affirmation together. I am a spiritual being in a physical body. My spirit illuminates my path. Good, good. A little awkward silence. Actually, it wasn't awkward at all. It was a very fulfilling silence. All right, well, come over and see me on Facebook. I'm at Soul Sister Cat, and I do some daily inspirational oracle messages to give us a little idea to take with us through the day to help us make better, higher, elevated choices. I also like to put in quirky memes. I like to put in ideas that confirm where we're going. Sometimes they kind of a little spiritual bitch slap, something like that. Check that out. And if you like what you're hearing on the Soul Sister channel, please reach out and share it with someone, because we're trying to get the word out that we are all accountable for our own reality. Everything happens on this life journey from right here on the inside. Outside is just props. Outer world, just props. So we're trying to get it out, and we are accountable, and we can create the life we want. Because, folks, life is lived from the inside out. Make it a great week. Stay strong. Stay on the high road. Don't go down into the abyss. Namaste.